Hi, my name is Gail with Portland Parks and Recreation's fitness program. Today we'll be doing gentle yoga. You will need a yoga mat, a strap, and if you don't have a yoga strap, you can use some kind of a belt or a rolled up towel. And you'll also need a folded blanket or towel for some padding for your knees. You might also want a yoga block and a yoga bolster or a firm pillow to sit on. Be safe, modify exercises as needed, and make sure that you have plenty of space and the proper equipment. Let's get started. We're going to get started sitting on the floor. And as you notice, I'm sitting on a yoga bolster. So you could sit on a bolster, or if you don't have that, you could sit on one or two firm pillows. And we'll sit with our legs crossed and really ground into your hips and sit tall with length in your spine. Bring your arms to your side, palms facing forward, and breathe. And let's inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more time. Inhale and exhale. Bring your right hand down next to you. Bring your left arm up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, side bend over toward the right. And come back to center. Bring your right arm up, reach high. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, side bend. And breathe. And come back to center. Palms face forward 1 more time. Inhale, sweep your arms up. And exhale, bring your arms back down. We're going to come onto hands and knees. If your knees are sensitive and you want to place a folded blanket or towel underneath your knees, go ahead and do that. We're going to come into a child's pose. Your knees can be together or slightly apart. Sit back towards your heels and bring your arms forward. If your forehead does not reach your mat, you might want to, if you have a pillow or a yoga block, place that in a position so that you can rest your forehead on that block or pillow. And we'll stay here for about just 30 seconds, just relaxing your breath. You might imagine that you have a balloon in your back, and you're filling that balloon up in all directions as you inhale, and fully letting go of all that air as you exhale. Feeling the movement of your breath throughout your back as you breathe. Okay, we're going to slowly work our way up to hands and knees. Fingers spread wide. Wrists are below your shoulders, knees are below your hips. Let's extend the right leg back, toes on the floor, and then lift that right leg up to about hip height. And bring that knee back down. Same thing with the left, toes on the ground. Tighten up your core and then lift that left leg. We're going to do that 1 more time with the option of adding a lift of the opposite arm. So the right leg comes back and lifts, and if you're comfortable with your balance, extend your left arm forward. Stay connected to your breath. Keep your core nice and strong. Bring your knee and your hand back down. Extend your left leg back, lift to about hip height, tighten up your core, and then lift your right arm. So it's always opposite arm and leg. then bring your hand and knee back down. We're gonna come into a version of a child's pose. Spread your knees a little bit apart if that's comfortable. Sit back, and then we're gonna bring the right fingertips toward the left corner of your mat. And very subtly press your right hip back, reach your right fingertips forward. So we're just trying to stretch the muscles along the right side of the body. Breathing into your back. All right, and then we'll bring the left fingertips toward the right corner of your mat. Press your left hip back gently, reach your left fingertips forward. Stretching that left line of the body. And then come back to center. And we're gonna transition to being on our back. Once you're on your back, bring your right knee to your chest. Let your left leg rest on the mat. Hands are interlaced behind that right knee. There's a groundedness in the backs of the shoulders, so you're gently pressing the backs of your shoulders down towards your mat. Inhale, straighten that right leg. Exhale, bend, and we'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Notice if you're feeling anything stretch on the back of that leg. 1 more time. Inhale, straighten. And exhale, bend. Now let's straighten again. Keep that leg straight. Inhale, point your toes to the ceiling. Exhale, flex. Heel reaches toward the ceiling. You might feel a calf stretch. Inhale, point. Exhale, flex. 1 more time, point. And flex. And then we'll just hold that flexed position. Really think of lengthening your heel up toward the ceiling. And at the same time, the shoulder blades are pressing down in the opposite direction toward the mat. All right, bend your knee, and we'll switch sides. Left knee to the chest, right leg straight, resting on the mat, backs of the shoulders gently pressing down. Relax and breathe. This is actually a gentle stretch for the left glute and the right hip flexor. Inhale, straighten your left knee. Exhale, bend. Straighten and bend. And 1 more time. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. And now we'll straighten that knee. Inhale, point, toes to the ceiling. Exhale, flex, heel to the ceiling, toes to the chest. Point, flex, point, and flex, and hold your foot in that flex position and really reach your heel up as your shoulder blades press down. Bend your knee. Stay on your back, both knees bent, feet on the mat. Arms can rest at your side. Some pelvic tilts. Exhale, press your back to the mat. Inhale, release back to neutral spine. Exhale, press. Inhale, release to neutral spine. And exhale, press your low back to the mat. Now keep your back pressed to the mat so there's really no space between your back and your mat. Hold that and extend your right leg out to straight so your heel is sliding on the floor or slightly above the floor. And then extend your left leg to straight and bring it back. Right leg out, bring it back. Left leg out and bring it back. And now When the right leg goes out, the left arm is going to go overhead behind, reach. Bring your arm and leg back, left leg out, bring your right arm back. Bring your right arm back to your side. Continue on your own a couple more rounds, extending one leg and the opposite arm, keeping your pelvic tilt. How about one more each side until you're even? All right. So we're going to go into some mini bridges. Knees are bent, feet are on the mat. Exhale, press your back to the mat. Inhale, lift your hips into a mini bridge. We're not lifting super far. And lower back down. Exhale, press your back to the mat. Inhale, lift. Think of your knees reaching out in the direction of your toes. Let's do a couple more, and if it's comfortable, when your hips come up, let your arms come overhead. Here we go. Exhale, press your back to the mat. Inhale, lift your hips and your arms come overhead. Fingertips are reaching one way, knees are reaching the other way. And lower down. Let's do that one more time. Exhale, press your back to the mat. Inhale, lift your hips and reach your arms overhead. And lower back down. We're going to come into bound angle pose. Bottoms of your feet together, knees to the side. Bring your arms to your side into a T position so your hands are in line with your shoulder. And then if you want an additional stretch and this is comfortable, just bend your elbows so that your arms are in a 90-90 or a cactus position. And we'll just relax here for a couple more breaths. All right, you can use your hands to press your knees together, and we're going to come onto hands and knees again. We're going to work on a little bit of upper body strength in the form of plank pose. And you're going to have the option to do a knee plank or a full plank. So if you want to watch for a moment, we'll start in all fours. You'll walk your knees back, and this is your knee plank. If you're feeling strong, you can come into a full plank. All right, so we're on hands and knees. Walk your knees back to your knee plank. There's a straight line from the back of my head to my tailbone. You can stay here, or if you want to work a little harder, come to your toes and lift your thighs. And we'll hold this plank for about another 15 to 20 seconds. Don't forget to breathe. So we're going to come back to our knees, and then we're going to come to a cobra. So from your knees, keep your elbows hugging the side of your body. Don't let them flare out to the side, and lower all the way down. Have your legs together. Press your shoulders down away from your ears and lift your head, shoulders, and chest. So the tailbone and the sits bones are pressing down toward the mat. The shoulders are pressing down away from the ears. Chest is reaching forward. We're building up some strength in our back muscles. Let's hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest. You can cross one arm on the other. Rest your forehead and breathe. Okay, we're going to come back up. We're going to work on opening up our hip flexors a little bit. So we are going to be kneeling. So if you like, you can have that folded blanket or towel for underneath your knees. starting with both knees on that blanket or towel. And let's bring your right foot forward into a kneeling lunge. Lengthen your spine, lengthen your tailbone down toward the mat. Knee is right over the ankle and pointing straight ahead. And bring your arms up. So notice the parts of your body that are grounding and the parts that are lifting. We're grounding the foot, the shin, the tailbone, lengthening the spine. Bring your arms down and we will switch sides. So grounding through your front foot and your back shin, grounding your tailbone, lengthening your spine, lengthening your arms up, and breathe. And relax your arms all the way down. We're going to come up to standing. And I'd like you to grab your yoga strap. And again, if you don't have a yoga strap, you can use some kind of a belt, maybe from a bathrobe. And if you have a long strap like mine, you might want to fold it in half just to make it a little bit more manageable. And you can just hold it in one hand for now. We're going to come into our mountain pose with your feet about hip width apart, toes pointing straight ahead. Again, grounding your tailbone down, lifting your chest up. And let's take that strap, hold it out in front of you with straight arms with your palms facing the ground, and lift your arms up. So just really reaching up, all sorts of things on the front of the body, the back of the body, sides of the body, stretching and lengthening. And let's lower the arms down, and we're going to bring that strap behind your back. Hold it like this with your palms facing forward, straight arms, hands just wider than your hips. Press your shoulders down and then lift your arms up behind you. This might feel like a mini back bend from the middle of your back. Tailbone is still grounding as the chest is lifting. And then on an exhalation, lower your arms back down and set that strap aside. We're going to build up some strength in our legs in the form of chair pose. So from your mountain pose, let's inhale, arms up, exhale, sit back chair. Use your core, use your glutes to push yourself up. And circle your arms back down. We'll do that a couple more times. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sit back. Push your feet down to lift up. And circle your arms back down. We're going to do a little bit of balance work with tree pose. If you need to be next to a wall or a sturdy piece of furniture to hold on to, you can. So standing in your mountain pose, let's turn the right knee out to the side. And there's 3 different options here. You can bring that foot onto the other foot, to the lower leg or to the upper leg, just not on the knee. Okay, so the right knee is out to the side, and we'll come into your version of tree pose. Things that can help with balance here, really standing tall, really using your core, really grounding that standing foot. And let's set that foot back down and relax. Back to your mountain pose, really ground your feet, and let's turn the left knee out to the side, and then come into your tree pose. So the left foot is either coming onto the right foot or to the lower leg or above the knee, your version of tree pose. Keeping your core nice and strong is really going to help with balance. And let's go ahead and relax and come out of your tree pose. Come back to mountain pose with your arms facing forward. Let's inhale, sweep your arms up, and exhale, sweep your arms back down. We're going to come into a wide-legged stance in the form of Warrior Two. So come to the center of your mat and step your feet wide. We'll come into Warrior Two in stages. So first stage, really ground your tailbone down as you lift your chest up. Let's bring the arms to shoulder height. We'll turn the right foot to the right and turn your left foot in slightly, just about 10 degrees. Still grounding that tailbone. Let's bend that right knee so that your knee is lined up with your middle toe. And this is your Warrior Two. We'll hold this for a couple more breaths. Warrior Two, holding it is great for building up leg strength. Okay, let's straighten that knee, relax your arms down, turn your feet to face front. And then we'll turn the left foot to the left and turn the right foot in slightly, grounding your tailbone, lifting your chest, bring your arms to shoulder height, and then bend that left knee. Gazing out over the left fingertips. You might take a peek at that left knee, make sure it's lined up with your third toe, not caving in toward the big toe. And let's straighten that knee, turn your feet to face front, relax your arms. We're gonna do that one more time and make it be a little more active, where we'll be bending and straightening the knee and bringing the arms up and down, kind of like jumping jack arms. So let's turn the right foot to the right and the left foot in slightly and come into your Warrior Two with that right knee bent. Arms out, palms facing down. Let's inhale, straighten the knee and bring your arms up. Exhale, bend the knee, arm comes back down. 2 more times, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Warrior Two, holding this for a couple more breaths. And then relax your arms, turn your feet to face front. Turn your left foot to face left, turn your right foot in, ground your tailbone, come into your Warrior Two with that left knee bent. Palms are facing the ground. Now when the arms come up, the palms will face up. So flip your arms so your palms face up. Inhale, straighten your knee, bring your arms up. Exhale, bend the knee, arms come down. 2 more times, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and hold your Warrior Two. Relax your arms, straighten your knee, turn your feet to face front. Step your feet together. Find your strap. We're gonna do a little upper body opening in the form of a yoga pose called cow face pose. We're gonna do the arm part of it only. So that strap can be in its full length and place it over your right shoulder. Legs and feet are in mountain pose. Let's bring your right arm up, really reach up. Bend your elbow, take a hold of that strap. We're gonna do a 3-part adjustment to that arm with this hand. Take your left hand, bring your arm in, lift the pointy part of your elbow up, and press your arm back. Hold the strap there. Other arm, palm faces behind you, and then bend your elbow and take a hold of that strap behind your back. And your goal is to have your hands be as close together as they can comfortably be. So really, respect what your shoulder muscles are able to do. We'll take a couple more breaths here. And release. Bring that strap to the other shoulder. Strap on your left shoulder. Reach your arm up. Bend and take a hold of that strap. Other hand brings your arm in, lifts the pointy part of your elbow up and presses the arm back. Keep your arm there. Palm faces behind you and take a hold of that strap behind your back. Grounding through the feet, grounding through the tailbone, lifting the chest, lifting that elbow. Enjoy the stretch. Relax your jaw. All right, let's release that strap. And then again, if you have a longer strap, fold it in half, palms face down, and bring your arms up. Just get a nice full body stretch. And then go ahead and bring your arms all the way down. We're gonna work our way back down to the floor. We'll be coming into a seated twist. So I'm gonna sit on my yoga bolster. If you have a bolster or some firm pillows, you might wanna sit on those. Sit with your legs crossed, sit tall. Bring your arms out to the side, bend your elbows. We're gonna come into a twist to the right. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist to the right and hold. Really grounding your hips. Hips are heavy as the chest lifts. Back to center. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist left. Back to center, one more time each direction. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, twist right. Back to center. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist to the left. Back to center. Let's interlace your hands in front of you. Turn your palms away from you and reach up. We're grounding the hips, lengthening your spine. And release. We did this earlier, but I really wanted to get some good upper body strength work in. So we're going to come into our knee plank or full plank to Cobra. Once again, if you want some knee padding, go ahead and grab that. Starting on hands and knees, and then walk your knees back to a knee plank. There's a straight line from the back of my head to my tailbone. I'm going to either stay here or come to my toes and lift my thighs into a full plank for about 15 or 20 more seconds. You're going to come to the knees. Keep your elbows hugged in, lower down. Press your shoulders away from your ears, press your sits bones toward the mat, and lift your head, shoulders, and chest, Cobra. And lower your chest down. Okay, we're going to work on building up a little more strength in the legs in the form of holding a bridge pose. And then the next few poses after that, we'll be winding down into some more stretchy, relaxing poses. When we get there, we will need our strap, so you might want to have that nearby. We're going to hold a bridge pose. So to get ready, feet are on the mat, knees are bent. Exhale, press your back down, your low back down, and then lift up into your bridge. And we'll hold this anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute. So things you can think about here are, if your arms are out at your side, you can press the backs of your arms down toward the floor to give you a little more stability and lift. You can also think of your tailbone not dropping down toward the mat, but instead lengthening out between your knees. We'll hold this for about 10 more seconds. and lower back down. Let's bring both knees to your chest. Hug your knees and gently rock side to side. And set your feet down. Can I have an extra 5 minutes? Okay. Okay, so we just worked the backs of the legs. Now we're going to stretch them out a little bit. So with your strap, place that strap on your right foot. Let's have both legs straight. And then keeping that right leg straight, let's lift that leg, stopping when you find a stretch in the muscles in the back of your leg, your hamstring muscles. Holding both ends of that strap in my right hand. Just relax and breathe and allow those muscles to lengthen and relax. Foot position, you can think of your foot being flexed with the toes pointing toward your chest and the heel lengthening upward. Exhale, lower your leg. Switch that strap to your left foot. As you're ready, keep that left knee straight as you lift and stop when you feel that stretch in the back of your leg. I'm holding both ends of the strap in my left hand. The back of my left shoulder is gently pressing downward. Toes are pointing toward my chest, heel lengthening up toward the ceiling. One more inhale, one more exhale, and lower that leg back down. You can set your strap off to the side. Straighten both arms, both legs. Just take a moment to let all your muscles relax from the top of your head to your toes. Bring your attention back to your breath. Allow your breathing to be relaxed and slow. Slow inhalation, full long exhalation. 2 more breaths. In and out 2 more times. And then we'll slowly work our way back up to seated. Bend your knees. Roll to your side, rest with your head supported for a breath or 2. And then you can use that top hand to press yourself back up. Come back to a nice seated position with lengthen your spine. Inhale and exhale. Thank you for joining me today. This class will be added to Portland Parks and Recreation's Stay and Play video series, available free on YouTube. Make sure to press the like button and comment with any feedback or questions. You can also find more videos at portland.gov/parks/stay and play. I'll see you next time. Have a great day.